cost you pretty good?
Yeah, I think in the second period there's just too many breakdowns on our part, and they're a team that we know can capitalize, and that's the exact kind of game that they like, is waiting for the other team to give them opportunities, and that's what we did. And we showed a little bit of pushback in the third, but it wasn't enough to tie it up.
That's all I need.
But we're kind of past the point of moral victories where 44 shots is something we can hang our hat on. It's still a 5-2 result. I'm sure there's positives, and I'm sure we'll talk about them, but it's still a 5-2 loss.
Really, the game turned in that 90-second or 96 seconds with 3 goals, and it's just when you give up one, and obviously Talbot probably wants that back. Is there a point where the team just has to find a way to stop the create the dam, I guess, at that point, stop the
Yeah, we needed a play. Whether it had been a face-off win or a block shot, or we just needed a play to turn things, and it didn't happen. Foley's goal is a great goal, but we got to find a way to turn the momentum. It got away from us in a short span. And up until that point, I thought we were playing a pretty solid game, very competitive game that could have gone either way, and it got away from us.
the scoreboard.
Take us through what happened with Milan there. Obviously, he's well known for being a pretty tough customer, and you were getting into it with him there.
Yeah, we were just on the penalty kill, and the hit on Corpy. It was clean, but I think it was pretty big, and just tried to stand up for my teammate.
Darnell, just how deflating were those 92 seconds or whatever it was when they get 3, and how difficult was it to react to that?
Yeah, I think for obviously they had a good push. Those were 3 quick ones. I think we could have responded better probably, but for us there in the third, we did some things better than we were doing there in the first couple of periods. So there's definitely some positives in the third there to build off.
You're okay. Whatever you're comfortable with. Let down for a couple of minutes there seemed to really cost you guys in the middle period.
Yeah, I think our first was pretty good. We came out strong with a couple chances, and we were dominating that period, but the second one was not our best, and they took advantage of it, and basically the second period decided the game. We had a little push in the third, but it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, that's a team it's going to be a tough team to come back against, isn't it?
Yeah, they're a very good team. They have 4 lines, they play the same system, they play good defense, and they will break you down as they did to us.
Thanks.
Andre, what do you think is affecting
We gave up a lot more than we normally do or would like to, that's for sure. Quickie had to be really good for us to get a lead and maintain a lead. So, I mean, it's good that we got 5 and we're finding ways to score goals. But what makes us a good team is taking care of our own end, and we could have been a lot better than that tonight.
What do you put that down to? The late night getting in here early?
And we're used to that. You play back-to-back, so there's probably, I mean, that's definitely a part of it. But like I said, you play those. We've been pretty good this year in back-to-backs, and just we were a little sloppy in our coverage. And they have some pretty dynamic players, one-on-one, skill-wise.
Second period,
So
just tough goals that really cost you?
I liked the way we were playing. Things were going pretty well for us. We were doing a lot of the things we wanted to do against a real good team, and in a matter of a minute and a half, the bottom falls on us for a number of reasons. But that was disappointing. The way we behaved or acted a little bit after that disappointed me too. I thought our shoulders rolled a little bit, but the good news is we recovered for the third. We held our heads high and we went back out and started to play hard again. And if we can take anything positive out of it, it is that. But it was disappointing that they got those 3 real quick.
The first one, Cam, obviously.
Yeah, he's got to have it. Got to have it. There's no other way of putting it.
So what do you expect from your goaltenders then tomorrow?
Tomorrow at practice, it's no different than a mistake we made on the 4th goal or the 5th goal. There's an accountability factor. They're accountable to themselves, and each player is accountable to themselves, and we as a staff is accountable to ourselves first of all, and then to the team. We can properly evaluate our effect on the game, and I expect them to do that tonight and come back tomorrow and get ready to work. And we have to get better, positionally, pair-wise, line-wise. We have to get better as a team. We need to find ways to grow, and that includes the goaltenders.
Did they just feed off Quick, who was really good in the first period, and they say, okay, he got us through the first period, and you guys have played him, I thought.
Well, he did, but even, the 3 goals, we weren't in our end scrambling around. It was just bang, bang, bang. After that, they kept us in our end for a little while, and that's what I was talking about with our shoulders slunched over a little bit. I thought we let our personal standards sag a little bit in some areas, but we propped them back up in the third. And the difference between the 2 teams, and there is a difference right now, is that they have the ability to make mistakes, and they have another layer there to cover, and the last layer may be the goaltender. But when we make a mistake, as we saw in some of those corner plays where they walked out, our layer was missing. It was out of position. It wasn't there to help. They have a understanding of risk and reward, how much risk is needed to win in a game, and what the reward system is for it. We're still trying to figure that out. We have some very talented players that sometimes play a little too risky. And creative offensive players have to be allowed to do some of that stuff, but you've got to learn the parameters of it. And I think we'll get better in that area as we go on.
Talbot needs to be a little bit better at just closing the door after letting in a not great goal. Seems to kind of dwell on it a little bit in the next.
Well, I don't know if he, I guess we could say tonight, yes, he does dwell on it, but, that's what being a starter and a go-to and the guy is. Like, you're going to get scored on. We're going to make mistakes as a team. Before that puck drops again, we can analyze it, we can evaluate it, we can get pissed off if we want, we can do many different things. But when the puck drops, we've got to get ready to play again. All positions, coaching staff, everybody. And I'm just as guilty of it. Sometimes I'll lose focus of what the match might be and not have the right one. So I'm accountable too.
Just get his head knocked in.
Yeah, he obviously upper body, and I haven't got a report other than that he wasn't going to finish the night. So.
What did you think of Darnell's response there with the hit Lucic through, and he stands up to a pretty
good good for him. He's in the NHL. He's a man. He's standing his ground. Takes some courage to do that. Milan is a very tough customer. He's got a great reputation that he's earned very well for being a strong, tough guy, and great for Darnell. Thank you. Good night.
It's been a long process to get back here, and boys have been doing really well without me, so it's good to see them. Honestly, come back to a win is a great feeling.
You don't look like a guy that's missed 35 games. You look pretty comfortable out there.
Yeah, I mean, this is really my first injury, and the training staff had me keeping myself in shape, I guess you'd say, and I had about 2 solid weeks of ice before this, so it was a process.
Did it feel okay out there? Or
Yeah, it's been good. I got fully cleared just the other day, so no issue there, and hopefully nothing going forward.
You'll be happy with this win. You guys look like you took control of that game in the second period.
Yeah, it was a pretty sloppy first for our team. They came out with a lot of speed, a lot of chances, and Cookie kind of held us in there. Then, like I said, we just capitalized on our chances in the second and rode it out a little bit in the third, and got the power play goal to kind of seal it.
You guys are kind of distancing yourself from the pack here in the Pacific. How important is that? Years past, you've been battling to get into the playoffs, but now you guys are comfortable leaders.
Yeah, I think that's every team's goal. You try not to look at it too much. At the end, you just want to get yourself in there as soon as possible. And right now, we're doing a good job of that.
The longer than normal summer, did that play a factor in it?
For our team?
Yeah.
I believe so. I mean, it gives you time to refocus and prepare yourself, and just a little break away from hockey helped myself, I think everybody included, so you take it for what it was.
Yeah, you realize what a marathon the playoffs can be.
Yeah, it's a special feeling to get there, and you gotta earn your right, and I think we understand that.
this side, yeah.
Categorize this as one of those wins where you rely on a lot of different people all hands on deck type wins.
Yeah, it's a good win for our team. It's tough back-to-back coming in.
What does Dwight King mean, getting him back into a lineup, I guess?
I think he uses his body really well and protects pucks, smart with the puck. Good to have his energy in the lineup tonight.
You guys open up an 11-point lead in the division tonight. It's different for your club. Usually we're pushing it right to the end. What difference does that make for you as a coach? Any at all?
We clinched the playoff spot 2 or 3 years ago with 2 or 3 weeks left too. So that's all you're trying to do is make the playoffs.
Michael Marsh, good to see him rewarded with some work down low.
Yeah, I thought he was effective tonight. It's good to if that line. And I thought that line in the loose line really helped us out. I think Kopi's had a lot packed in the last few days in terms of ice time that line. So we needed to get a little bit more out of some other guys tonight. I think it's about effort with Jonathan Quick. It's not about effort. He's a great goalie, and he gives you most nights he gives you a chance to win. I said that last night. It's not just on the ice what he does for us. He's one of our captains, so it's important player for us.